Thanks for coming down and hanging out with me in the basement today. What we've got is a super simple lighting project for the NW2 switcher. Let's get started. Okay, so last time I put in some lenses that I got from trains.com, that's trains with a Z, and these lens inserts were like $1. So very low cost project. And they make the engine look so much better, even though this one cracked because the housing was damaged. I don't blame the lens at all. I may replace it sometime, but probably not. I'll probably leave it. It just kind of fits the look of the locomotive, actually. Back one turned out much better. But along with those, I picked up these. These are some small bulbs. I got them for about 35 cents a piece. I'm sure I could get them much cheaper if I bought like 100 at a time from eBay or something, but this was a good price for the amount that I bought. I bought like a bulk item through Trains. I think it was like 24 or whatever. I don't really remember. But they'll work perfect. So we got the stuff we're going to need, which is 2 bulbs. I am going to use some heat shrink tubing to attach the bulb to part of the lens, and then just some basic hookup wire. This is 2-stranded wire. It's called hookup wire. It can also be called zip cord, or that's maybe more for 110 volt stuff, but you just pull this stuff apart a little bit, strip the ends, go for it, and the 2 wires stay together, so it makes it a little neater. I've already pulled off the screw for the chassis here. We'll be working on that. So I'm going to be attaching, heat shrinking the bulb right to here, and I'll be using my, got a little miniature hot air gun that should work really good for that. And I also got some aluminum tape here to maybe protect the body a little bit from the heat from that heat gun. We'll try that out, see how it works. The back one will be a little easier, except it's farther in, so that'll complicate things a little bit, but should work pretty good. And to hook things up, it's super simple. One wire goes to the center rail, which is here. This is where the wire comes in. And the other one is just the chassis ground, which we'll tack it right onto here, so it'll be pretty straightforward. I'm not going to use any connectors. I probably should, but it's not that big a deal for me to unsolder 2 wires and completely remove the shell if I have to. So let's get started. Okay. First thing I think I'll do is probably, I don't know what the first thing I should probably do. Probably hook up my wires, huh? I also got some small heat shrink tube to isolate one of the wires. All you really got to do is cover one, because the wire being up inside here is not going to contact the frame of the engine or anything and short out, so I'm not too worried about that. You could also use electrical tape, or there's other ways to do things out here. Use my half a helping hands here. Doesn't matter what color we use. Just gonna put a little notch in this wire. This is all pretty small stuff, so I'm not too worried about it. We're just dealing with such small wires here. I'm just gonna fold it over. Let's try that. That should work pretty good. There we go, got to fold it over. I'm just going to crimp the wire here. Got my soldering tip clean, and it is plenty hot. Won't take long at all. There we go. I'm just going to pull it straight here. Actually, this looks pretty good, but we'll just pull it straight. There we go. Alrighty. And since I'm only going to just insulate one of these, we'll just cut a little portion of it here. Feed this through. There we go. Boy, that works really good. Alright. Carefully. Maybe I'll crimp it over here. So I got this little mini heat gun off of Amazon for like, I don't know, 30 bucks or something like that. What's great about it is it produces a small quantity of hot air, unlike, you know, your really large ones. You don't need the full output of a big hot air gun to do this kind of work. First time I've used it on here. There we go. That's working pretty good. Some people use the tip of the soldering iron, that's fine. I like this guard on here too. It's really nice. I can just have my finger right on that. Doesn't get hot. Great. Okay. Now I don't have to worry about this second wire shorting on here. So I'm just going to do the same thing. We'll just put a little loop in one end. Perfect. Alright, let me turn on the power supply to the track, and we'll just check voltage real quick, make sure it works good. We'll just put it up to 12 volts here. Set it to the center rail and the outside rail. Either outside rail will work. There we go. Works perfect. Nice glow. Get my fingers on it, right? Not too bright. That'll work great. Shut that off because the noise gets to me. Alrighty, and next thing I'm planning on doing, now I noticed here that the way the filament is situated, the light is brightest out the side versus the end. So if I put the light right at the very end, it would work. But since we've got kind of a raised ramp portion, if I can get the side part of that on here, we'll potentially have more light coming out the front, and it should look a little nicer. Time will tell. I just have to get my heat shrink an appropriate length, and we can put it on. You could also glue it, silicone it, tape it. It's not the only way to do something. Lots of ways. Okay, let's try that. Let's get my little shield in place. This is just to kind of help so I don't melt the plastic of the engine here. We'll give it a shot. I heard a little cracking. It kind of scared me, but is that? Oh, that is on there. Nice. I mean, the shell's certainly a little warm, but maybe it was just that cracking. I think it affected the fit. Let's try it out. Alright, let's see. It goes like this. Let's stick it out one of the windows. That way we can test it. Okay, shell still sits on there. All right, let's see here. What's the best? Let's do this. That ought to work. Turn on the transformer again. $12 volts. Let's see how that headlight looks. Oh, that... You know, it's not super bright, but it works. Yeah. I'm happy with that. That looks pretty good. Alright, let me get the other one connected up. And we'll see how it looks. Okay, the wiring is complete. This bulb didn't get quite up in there as far as I would like it, but in my initial quick test, it looked pretty good. We got one wire going to where the center roller terminates, and we got the other wire going to the frame here. And let's plop her down. Let's give it a quick test. In neutral, of course. Let's turn on the power. Okay, we are in neutral lockout here. Let's try that. Okay, that looks good. That looks good. We'll give it a shot. After editing this, I realized I didn't even film an outro. The wiring on this was pretty simple. I do tend to complicate things, so let me know what you think.